Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to, I don't know, a primer, I guess, for Elden Ring Nightreign. This is just more of a bit of a first look. Now, I say first look. I do apparently my game has about 4 or 4.5 hours on record, although a lot of that has been just running around in Roundtable Hold. So what we're gonna do. Might as well use this as the settings thing. You can see that. If future me wants to check out the volumes, they can. Basically, I'm going to start a new one. We will call the character... some guy. There we go. Start with falling down. Some guy. Yes. Alright, so. I kind of skipped all the cutscenes and stuff when I first did it. Because I wanted to, kind of wanted to see it properly. The rain sets fire to everything. Apparently, because that's how rain works. Then again, we've seen rain do some pretty crazy things in Death Stranding, so who knows? But yes, this is Elden Ring Nightreign. I've mucked around. I haven't beaten the first boss yet. Played with some friends, tried a couple of different characters. But this is more of a tracking for posterity kind of thing, I guess. And there was a patch before I started playing today. I don't know what that patch entails or what it's got in it. But this gives us a chance to have a little bit of a run around and stuff. Now, rain hurts. Rain hurts. Rain hurt bad. Good old America. But, how much of the... It is actually like... So the map itself is the same map every time except when it isn't. So different sections of the map change or something till it be like different biomes. Didn't realize the tutorial starts at level 5. So you have normal run. And you have super sprint. Which is, I guess because they were like, well, we can't have everyone have mounts. But it is classic Elden Ring gameplay. Except... you have to rush everywhere. You can dash. Every area has a number of key locations. Key locations may be protected by enemies or traps, but they often house equipment and runes. While exploring the field, use the map to track key locations, which can offer a great boost to character power. Which is what we looked at just before. Use the map to check for locations of allies and learn about key locations. Freely place pins to serve as landmarks for exploration or to share locations between allies. The detailed view shows additional info on key locations, maps, open the map menu, put down pins, switch to detailed view, etc. So I can swap to that and be like, ooh, what's this thing? What's that thing? Right? So you can see that there's chests available in there. Oh yeah, that happens. That thing that normally happens when you have like a... whatever, like one of your messages rated by people or whatever. That actually happens in this once per minute, unless you're full on flasks. Ow. Prick. You can double jump in this, which is just, well, it's not really a double jump, it's more of like a mantle. Ow! More of like a mantle. I'm playing this bit pretty chill at the moment, which is, unfortunately, not something that this game rewards. Yeah, this is surge sprint, like a super sprint. Kind of go like, it's like riding torrent. If they're like, well, we could just make the characters do that. We don't want people to be able to run with a mount. After jumping, jump again while facing a wall to perform a wall jump. Use movement or left stick to jump in a designated direction when wall jumping. Depending on the height of the wall, it may also be possible to climb it. While facing a wall, do wall jump. Alright, so you can't just double jump normally, but you can mantle different spots like that, which is pretty cool. Stepping out into this hurts. Areas affected by the Knight's Tide deplete HP. Avoid staying in such places for long. We need to not do that. No, you meant to set fire to the rain? Ah, see, that's where I get it all wrong. If only Adele was here. Is this the same game but DLC or a new game? Yes. That's correct. Duelist Great Axe. All acquired equipment has a rarity and a passive effect. Items of higher rarity are of higher quality. At lower player levels, some equipment is greatly reduced effectiveness. Passive effects are active while an item is in one's possession, and the passive effects of multiple items stack with some exceptions. Learn about acquired equipment from the equipment menu. So, use the equipment, switch the equipment between right and left hands, or leave the equipment behind. So you've got your equipment here, so right hand, left hand in these two slots. And then you have your other ones. And you can see here, these two don't really have anything. But this has improved charge attack. So whenever I use a charge attack, it'll give me a bonus of 6% damage or whatever, right? This one has improved jump attacks. So that's a bonus as well. And that's how you can make the weapons that you're not using still valuable to find because they have perks on them. So the overall game itself will... It's not like, oh, I found the best weapon ever, that's it, I don't need to look at any more weapons. It's like, well, you do, because you might find stuff that have good things. As far as this game being DLC or not, or its own thing is concerned, I feel like this may have started as an intended, like, multiplayer DLC, possibly. But they were like, well, if we sell it as DLC, it's not going to be as popular, considering it's just like a multiplayer thing, than if we sold it as a separate game. As it's almost like Elden Ring Arcade or Elden Ring Party Edition or whatever. It's a game that intends for you to just jump in and have some fun with some people. It's not a game that is intended for solo. You can play it solo, because, I mean, it would be silly if you couldn't, but it is intended to be played with other people. And you can matchmake, and matchmaking is relatively effective. And as time goes on, you know, the more sort of like hardcore, I guess, players will continue to play, and, you know, it'll get... Matchmaking might take slightly longer, but you'll have better chances to actually complete things. It's all sort of as time goes on, but from the little bit of matchmaking that I've done, people kind of have an idea of what's going on. A lot of people that didn't enjoy Elden Ring or weren't particularly into Elden Ring probably didn't buy this anyway, or aren't playing this anyway by whatever means, so more than likely they're not going to be matchmaking. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to have someone... There's a very low chance of somebody that has never played any Souls game or any FromSoft game picking this up as their first introduction to the studio, you know? So it's kind of balanced in that way. Skills. Armaments have special abilities called skills. Skills are highly varied and can include anything from powerful attacks, parries which intercept enemy moves, and even the application of temporary effects. Using skills consumes FP. Left trigger for a skill. Hello, Robert. Thank you for the resub. Almost 2 years. Yeah. Almost 2 years. Only 2 months to go. Pretty crazy. But thank you for the 23 months. People go, but 24 months is 2 years. Yes, but you start at 1, you don't start at 0. But thank you very kindly. Just Jack still hasn't beaten Superdan, he's playing New Elden Ring. I have beaten Superdan. You don't know what you're talking about. I have. I did that. It's done. So nah. Ah! You're gaslighting me? No? No. My Lord No Vigor Mage eventually powered through. It just took many hours and a long break. More items. Alright, so this one, Lord Sworn's Fire Straight Sword. Has Flaming Strike. Defeating enemies restores HP, which is pretty handy. Now, pick it up. I'll probably end up equipping that. And then we've also got Rogier's Rapier. It has multiple periodical glint blades. And you can see because it's got a little red hand on it, it means it has to be in my hand. However, I can put it in this hand, even though it's in my offhand, and it still counts. Alright. And then I can do this, and then I can do that, and I just have this sword equipped. And I get the glint blades every now and then, just cause. Doesn't use FP, just cast. See? There it happens again. So you just get them back, which is pretty sick. When did you? There's no way. I remember you taking a break and asking you constantly if you'd beaten him. I did at that time. Remember that time? So we occasionally set people on fire, which is also nice. Now the character skills. Character skills are special abilities unique to each player characters. Now some of the characters have some really cool stuff. Some of them are a lot more support based, but some of them have some really cool stuff. Each character executes their skill with a special action that can only be repeated after a period of cooldown. The wildest skill is the Claw Shot. Launch Grappling Claw to rope in foes or move swiftly by retracting. So basically we can just go, get over here. Oh, I accidentally grappled the ground because I wasn't locked onto him, but we'll see with the next dude. Oh, it hasn't recharged. Hurry up, recharge. There we go. And we heal as well because of the other perks that we have from different weapons. Very handy. Care to point me to the VOD? You'll just have to find it. You'll just have to find it. You've seen the classes, there's some dope ass ultimates. Yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. We got lightning grease, fire pots, and warming stones. Sights of Grace. Merely passing through a Sight of Grace replenishes HP and FP, which is super handy. Not having to sit down is awesome. Heals all status ailments and replenishes the Sacred Flask. Sights of Grace can also be used for leveling up, which is awesome. I really like that. Just being able to run through and do it is very cool. Leveling up boosts your stats depending on the character. They get different boosts at different rates and whatever. What do I need for the next one? 26.8. Yeah, it's not going to happen. But you can just run through non-stop and just go like that and still be running. You can still be jogging along and get your level ups, which is very handy. Very handy. Ooh, we have a friend that has set a waypoint, and that friend is currently down. So we shall go and resurrect them in the only way that we know how. It did say something about affixing pins to the map. We know how to do that. We did that before. Rescuing you from near death. When a character's HP is fully depleted, they will enter a near-death state. They'll be unable to perform any actions other than basic movement, crawling along. So it's the same sort of down state that's in a lot of games. They do not have long to live. The near-death gauge appears when a character enters this state. Attacking it will deplete the gauge to revive the ally. So it's far more interactive than just holding a button until they get up, which is pretty cool. The near-death gauge is extended by each brush with death, but an extended near-death gauge shortens while the character remains alive. Passing through a Sight of Grace will also reset it to its original length. So basically you can lock onto them as if they're an enemy, and then you can get them up. And then our friend here is good to go. And then we go up here.
I have thee now. Pelican root. Tell me, doth thine ambition know no bound? I will swat away any and all who dare.
Oh, he's been staggered. Get him! Now, in typical FromSoft fashion, I'm sure you can understand that we're going to smash this boss first go. Ow. 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 Ultimate arts are powerful special abilities that are unique to each character. An ultimate art can be executed once the ultimate art gauge is full. Ultimate arts have the power to turn the tide of battle. The Wilder's ultimate art is Onslaught Strike, a powerful single attack that launches an iron stake with great explosion. Y and RT do the ultimate art. Now you can charge it up. Now if he's wound up for a swing right now, I may get hit. I may get hit and I may fall down. So we might not see that properly, but yes. Bro, that NPC is cracked. Yeah. Who's your partner? Joyal NPC. Yes, yes. All right. Hello, Hib. Welcome, welcome. Oops, she's just been downed. No. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, there we go. Revive me! Revive me! Save me, also unconscious person. Death and revival. Upon death, a character revives nearby at the cost of 1 level. The character's runes, including the runes for the lost level, are dropped at the location of death, where they can be retrieved. However, if a character dies before retrieving the dropped runes, they are permanently lost. Same as normal Dark Souls, or Elden Ring. Nearby foes sometimes snatch up dropped runes, but the runes can still be retrieved by defeating the offending foe. And I tell you now, some of them are offensive. It's interesting that they're out here, but that's okay. I don't think she's in here anymore. I think she's just like, nah, I'm out. Or maybe she is. I think that's her over there, actually. Okay, not what I intended, but alright.
Pluck.
Yeah!
Thou hast.
Oh, that was a good dive roll.
For thou art in reach of my sword!
Ah, she's just dead. She's just straight up dead. Ow. Come on. now, do the thing. He didn't want to do the grapple thing. Ah, that is good. One HP build. Yep, that's it. Because I have full control over my build. You tried once upon a time. Hello, Valnek. Welcome, welcome. Where's the hands guy? Hands guy?
Long, long ago, the lands between were visited by a great war. The Shattering, as it was known, destroyed order itself. Drawing forth in time an abomination. Thus fell upon us the night. Now heavy rains harry the region, threatening to wash away its very history. The Night Lord does not rest. As it ravages the lands between beyond recognition. But there are those who would fight back. The Nightfarers. Brought together by happenstance, their commonalities are but few. No shared station, era, or even purpose. Yet together, they are bound by a will. The will to cross the endless night and fight on. Till every shred of their being is ground away. Alas, the curtain may be drawing to a close upon this world.
As always. When is it not? What's going on? Why is Albatross bullying people? You like the world of VR, so more VR is good, but you dislike multiplayer games? So there's that. You can play through the whole thing solo. That is possible. You just... It's just going to take some attempts. But it is structured in a way that you can do it solo.
You are awake. I know not why, but once again it has happened. So be it. Condemned, I welcome you to the Roundtable Hold. I am the priestess, the voice of your formless master. You were chosen for your potential to vanquish the night. The Night Lord is a living cataclysm, bent on laying waste to the very land that anchors us. Unless we bring its end, our world will be undone. And for this, I need your help.
Roundtable Hold. The Roundtable Hold is a nexus for launching expeditions. Travel to the lands between from the great site of grace. Change characters, conduct relic rites, and otherwise prepare for expeditions. Use the Roundtable Hold menu to travel directly to a facility of interest, which is just fast travel around your hub. Note, this explanation can be accessed at any time from the visual codex in the Roundtable Hold. This is our Firekeeper of sorts. Saying you can play solo is like saying you can play a blind rune level 1 with fists only. Well, technically true. I want to doubt the feasibility for my skill set. Ah, well, I mean, it is balanced for solo. So if you go solo mode, because you can specifically pick to play offline solo, not like, I'll play 1 player when I should be playing 3. It's rebalanced for single player. It's just the thing, and I say this, having enjoyed what I've played so far, I just don't know how much time I'm going to get out of it. The thing that it has against it for me is not necessarily the multiplayer aspect, it's the timer. Like, I don't mind the randomization because you do keep a certain amount of progress on different attempts, so it is more of a roguelite than a roguelike. So there is progress to be made. But the timer is what throws me. Right? I've never particularly enjoyed games that really put me under a timer. Right? That's why I never ended up finishing Dead Rising. You know, there's a lot of different games that are like, this game, you know, you have to beat the game within 3 in-game days, otherwise you lose. And it's sort of like, how generous is the timer? Like, if that's the gimmick that is keeping the player under the pump, I'm usually not interested. But I'll still give it a crack, you know? I'll still have a bit of fun with it. Hello, Link. Long time no see. How you doing, bud?
This is a hidden refuge, a place where warriors gather. Rest assured, though it is in disrepair, you will be safe here. We even have a caretaker. He might strike you as odd, but he is worthy of trust. Speak to him, if you please. Speak as you wish.
What does our formless master have to say?
This message is for you. You will hear it often. Seekers of redemption. On the 3rd night, this land will fall. Band together and prepare to claim the life of the Night Lord. That is all. Oh. Regrettably, I have no means to fight. It might strike you as presumptuous, but I am in need of your help all the same. Speak as you wish. I await your return.
Nothing else from her. Alright, so. Relic rites. Right, they're basically like artifacts or trinkets or relics, I guess, in this. A lot of different words have been used for them over the years. They are just different perks that you can equip. The message is you tired, yeah. Doing well, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good, Just having a little few hours of streaming here just to check out a bit of Nightreign. See how it is. Test it out, show it off a little bit. To invoke the power of a relic in your possession, conduct a relic rite via the relic rites menu. The supporting effect of the invoked relic activates upon leaving for an expedition. Relics are permanent additions to your inventory. However, they must be placed on the matching colours of a vessel. Each character has their own vessel, and additional relics can be purchased from the small jar bazaar. Acquired relics can also be sold, so if you have shit ones you don't like, you can get rid of them. You can talk to all the other characters around the place. They do exist, depending on who you decide to play as. Interesting. I think the caretaker was in here when I first saw him. Because this is not, obviously, as I mentioned at the start, this isn't my actual file, so to speak. This is just the first couple of cutscenes and stuff. Maybe he was in here somewhere. It is still the same Roundtable Hold, but it's different at the same time. Like, you still have here, but the room that has the fingers in it, you go outside and it's like, oh, it's all busted open. It's different. And it's also not in the middle of the city. Lots of people seem to not know if you get your new weapon drops and have to pick, the passives are in effect even if you're not wielding the weapon. Most of them. If they have a little red hand on them, if there's a little red hand on them, they have to be in your hand. And they can be in your offhand. You don't have to actually, like, use them to attack. But they, yeah. What's the command for leaderboard? Exclamation mark top, exclamation mark leaderboard? I'm not sure. Sparring grounds. To learn the controls, practice fighting, sparring equipment, change loadouts, etc, etc. Depart on the expedition, any equipment that's borrowed from the sparring grounds is automatically returned. So, we have a full armory here, with every weapon under the sun. We're not allowed to take it into a mission. But you can set yourself up, change all the settings, set yourself to level 15, so you can see the difference between, you know, as you gain levels as this particular character, while you will level 2, level 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you know, your health will go up. And if you hit the max of 15, that's what it's going to look like. Putting no limitations on everything. And then you have this training dummy out here. Yeah, he regens and does stuff. I should wipe everyone's points and make everyone start from scratch. That's what I should do. Yeah, we got this. Lets you pick up different ones. You can read about them. You can, you know, learn your different effects and stuff. We're not going to go through all that today. But it has all your armaments of the different types of weapons and stuff here. There's legendary weapons and, you know, you name it. Pretty much everything can be increased in rank as you get stuff, so you can make legendary versions of whatever. It's not every single weapon that's ever existed, and there are some new ones. It's like this one. This one's very cool. I like this. So this one has a, hello? Ow. Why is it not working? I don't remember. No, I'm just punching. Anyway, there's some cool weapons. See, that one was really cool. See where I just punched him a lot? You off to work, are you, Robert? Alright. Too easy. Enjoy, enjoy. Okay. Thank you for the good stuff. Hello, DJ. Welcome, welcome. Just got home from work. That's good. Good to hear. Hope work's treating you well. Hope the job has been treating you nicely. But yes, so you got all that, and you got like the room where the dung eater was. He was just hanging out here in his little spot. Like, it's still the same Roundtable Hold. It's just different.
Welcome to the Roundtable Hold, brave champion. I am but a humble attendant, here to serve your needs. I am told that each of you has committed a grave misdeed, but I beg to differ. Indeed, it is an ambition most worthy of praise. I've spruced up the facilities to make your stay as pleasant as possible. By all means, do make yourself at home.
So all the characters have effectively done something that is considered big no-nos. And that unfolds as time goes on because you actually learn the stories of each one. You're alive. Could be better. Looking for other jobs at the moment? Oh, okay. Is it just bad location, takes too long, takes too much out of your day, or is it roguelite or roguelike? Light. It's light. It's roguelite.
How are you faring today, champion?
Why are you a mannequin?
You wish to know about me?
Yes.
I began as one among many, a single cog in a great machine of war. But then I was selected for modification, to become proficient in the field of housekeeping. It did not proceed entirely as expected. I was tossed away, only to wake up here, where I began my domestic duties. Hardly the most riveting of tales, I'm afraid.
So he was a butler. So each run should get easier? Yeah, definitely. Could you be OP compared to the rest of your team if you played enough? Yes. Cabin cleaning, I'm a team leader now, but the stress isn't worth the extra $2 an hour plus the lack of hours I'm suddenly getting.
How are you faring today,
rough.
champion?
Yeah, escape.
The arena of champions. The great lands between tremble in the grasp of the night. As the day wanes, this grip will only tighten. Beware, the terror that is rain.
Not rain, rain bad.
How are you faring? Is there anything at all that you require? I'm as dexterous as a seamstress and strong as an ox. My work does, however, take some time. How are you faring? The enemy our battle will reveal is some manner of beast. When all roads lie sundered and all hope is lost, only sacred power shall reveal the bridge to be crossed. Or so the saying goes. If you were to find this sacred power, the winds of war may very well shift in our favor.
So he gives you hints as to what you should be using against the first boss. You gain something every time you play, even if you only get 10 minutes in. Yes. Yes, you do. Oh, really? Usually Jack, but you know what? What are you talking about? I don't know what's going on. Anyway. Funnily enough, I complain about lack of hours, and they chuck a 13-hour shift on me this week. Yeah, they're like, oh, you want more hours? Here you go. Most of my shifts are 5 hours a pop. Is the Nameless King really in it? Or any other Dark Souls nods? Yes, plenty. Plenty. Like there's Duke's Dear Freya. There is like Gaping Dragon, Smelter Demon. There's a lot of bosses from like 1, 2, and 3. And then there's like some of the characters you can change it so that they have different looks of different characters. Like one of the you can make this guy look like Artorias. I'm pretty sure it's this guy. Make it look like Artorias. Wasn't sure what the reply was. I think he hit the wrong one. Yeah, probably. Thank you for the Estus link. Quite cool in a member berries kind of way. Member berries. You've seen the dancer? The dancer? Is there a dancer skin or a dancer? The dancer is a boss. I didn't know the dancer was in it. That'd be rough. Hope it has loads of microtransactions. No, none. Zero. Zero microtransactions. It's all earnable stuff. The characters have alt skins. Yes, the boss from Dark Souls 3. Yeah. I haven't seen that the dancer's in it, but there's a lot of stuff that people are discovering.
How are you faring today? My thanks for your continued help maintaining the armaments. Once we have more, I implore you to continue.
But yeah, no microtransactions. 0 microtransactions. Welcome, welcome, Saint. You are indeed first to press first. Yeah, there's all these other guys, all these other characters.
I am always ready to fight. I am here to serve.
You have conversations with everybody. If I can find him, because they move around too, they go to like different spots around the hold. If I can find him. Here he is. So there's a YouTuber that does a lot of animations and stuff called Hoot. And
Care for a drink? A fine beast we're facing this time. Well, take it as a challenge. Don't overthink it.
that's his voice. Are there any characters from the main game in this? I think this is supposed to be like thousands of years later. Or possibly thousands of years earlier. So, I don't know. I have no idea. Hello, Saints. Only microtransactions here? No macrotransactions, no microtransactions, no transactions. Is that bird person? It is. That is bird person. But yeah, so if you weren't here before, this is the system that they've got, and it slowly expands over time, that you can equip perks and stuff to upgrade, and you get more and more stuff and more options and interactions and stuff. There's a bunch of different characters that you can be. Spend merc to buy items that small jobbers are, so you get merc for every run, even if it fails. Items purchased here are permanent and will not be consumed when departing on an expedition, so you have like a bunch of emotes, and you have your prattling pates, so you can do the whole hello, thank you. And then you got your different like starter perks, and then you actually get them from the ends of missions as well. The old FromSoft time is timey-wimey. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But it's supposed to be like the... You know, it's at the point where like reality is collapsing. And that's why there is references to the Dark Souls series in this. One of the characters in this plays very, very similarly to Sekiro, which I quite like. Where they can straight up just parry shit, which is really cool. It even has the same like ting, ting, ting that you get parrying in Sekiro. Can you invade in this? It's a co-op game. I don't know if you can actually invade. I know that there are invaders, but the ones that I've seen are NPC invaders. But there are NPC invaders in the Dark Souls series anyway, so I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's PvP. I think if you want to do that, then that's... Like, there's no point in invading because it's a roguelite. Because if you invade people at the wrong time, you're going to be different levels to them, and they can't really balance that as easily. So it's kind of pointless. Thank you. Oh, you're beautiful. Yeah, that's another one. There's no PvP in this game? No. No. Gonna do some lurk and hope the stream and game goes well. Yeah. I thank you. Thank you. I hope that the job search goes well as well. I think if you want a new FromSoft game with invasions, you gotta look for Dust Plugs on Switch too. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. Change characters on the character selection menu. Find out more about a character's background and unique skills by browsing the visual codex and utilizing the sparring grounds. So these are the 6 characters that you start with. There are other characters that you unlock. But there is Wilder. There is the Guardian. Iron Eye. Raider. Executor. And Recluse. The first one that I played as was Raider. And it was a lot of fun. Very, very fun. Now you've also got select a boss to target on the expeditions menu. Select an expedition to automatically recruit allies targeting the same boss. So if you're hunting a particular boss, you can pick it, and then you'll find other people that'll do it as well. Once 3 players are matched, the expedition starts. Roundtable Hold is fully accessible while waiting for an expedition to commence. Although I do give a warning, if you start matchmaking, don't fall off a cliff and die. Because it will cancel you out of matchmaking. So, I found that out the hard way, because a friend and I, the other day when we first started, queued up as 2, and we found a 3rd as I jumped off a cliff, and then we weren't in matchmaking anymore. So, yeah, lesson learned. Executor Artanis? Not quite, no. Tricephalos, which is the first boss. A many-legged beast appearing from shadow, carrying on its back a chain-link sword used to hunt its prey. Between the fangs of its many heads flicker overwhelming flames. When assailed by multiple shadows, only sacred light can hinder the hunt. So it says there that holy is effective against it. So it sort of is like, you should probably find holy. And then in here you can change your expedition type. You can go to single player if you want. If you go single player, obviously you're not online. So you jump into a solo expedition and you will be by yourself. Solo, yeah, it's fully rebalanced. That's what I was saying to you before when you said that you don't like multiplayer games. It's fully rebalanced to play solo. And it's a roguelite, so the runs, you unlock stuff even if you are only 10 minutes into a run and you die and fail out. You'll still, the next run will be easier because of the perks and stuff that you'll get. You don't want to interact with actual humans? Don't have to do that either. You can always play with yourself. Anyway. So you got the map. And we kind of want to head probably to here. But I'll check out this camp first, because usually you'll drop like near somewhere that's pretty straightforward. That's a lot of crossbow guys. I don't like that. How Albatross always has the ability to leave the room as her alarm's about to go off. She has this psychic ability that's like, it's nearly time. And then runs. But you'll start at a simple little camp. It'll have some boxes. Usually the boxes that have loot in them will have this sort of thing. You'll also find weapon racks that you can interact with. So it'll have like a bow rack that'll have a couple of different bows. I just tend to pick up everything that I come across until I'm full. And then once I'm full, then I'll start being like, oh, I should get rid of some things. Right, but that's a later on thing. We heal up at that. Level up here. Then where'd I put my pin? Over this way? To the church. Even with rebalance, I heard it's disproportionately hard when solo. Yep, but they have come forward and said that that's one of the very first things that they're patching. Is they're making it so it is a lot more approachable solo. Like, I'm not saying you should buy it. Obviously, it's a decision you'll have to make on your own. What are you doing? What are they? Ah, get out of here. What's that? But, that said, they are addressing the solo side of things. Because to be honest, like, I like that it has a multiplayer option, but primarily I would be wanting to play it solo anyway. And then he was murdered by wolves. Ow. Thing is, several of the characters seem designed around multiplayer, with certain skills seemingly useless in single player, as far as I've seen. So don't play them. I mean, that's something that I feel like you're creating a problem for yourself in that regard. Like if you're like, ah, yes, but this character has abilities that are tailored for multiplayer. Don't play them. Play someone else. I know that seems kind of blunt, but like, that's the direct solution. Trumpet boys. Hello. Ow. Ow. Put it out. Ow. Cut it out. For that. Sacred Knight Rider Glaive? Or Sacred Knight Twin Swords? Probably the Twin Sword. Actually, no. I'll go the Glaive. Put it in my offhand. And then we'll level up a couple of times, which is very nice. Box with some shit in it here. Alright. Is there another one? You can hear it. What are these? Ooh, seals. Improved attack power at low HP, improved attack power and two-handing. That one? And then... that one. Sounds good. Let's get rid of those as well. Alright. I've seen this game and I really like the concept, and of course I love all From Software stuff. I'm having a hard time seeing the longevity of how people can have fun in, let's say, 2 or 3 years from now. They really would just have to continuously update and add content. I mean, very few people continuously play Elden Ring 2 or 3 years later as well. I think that as far as longevity is concerned, this is one game that has the potential to have more longevity than something like Elden Ring, because of the fact that it's multiplayer and because of the fact that it has different characters and stuff. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I don't think that it will necessarily last. I think that they will give up on it. I think that they'll go, and move on. But it is an attempt to do something long-lasting. I think that it will just be, they'll just go, meh, and they'll move on. They'll probably add a couple of characters. They'll do like 1 or 2 little DLCs. They'll be like, new character and new boss. And that'll sort of be it. But that'll be the end of things. I don't think it'll go for years and years and years. Could be wrong, but I don't think it'll go for years and years and years. Yeah, but what if I want to learn about the characters? Don't I have to play them? No, that's what Vati Vidya is for. And if you're like, yeah, but I want to discover it myself, then play those characters in multiplayer. I mean, that's kind of... it's like, oh, I'd really love FIFA if it wasn't a soccer game. Like, you kind of... If it's a character that you're like, I hate this character. Like, even if it was soloable, you might just hate the way the character plays. And if that's the case, then it's like, well, it doesn't matter if it's multiplayer or not. If you hate the way the character plays, then there's nothing that's going to make it any better, you know? Ow! Wait, fuck you. Stop that. Okay, settle down. So that surge sprint uses up tons, and I mean tons, of stamina when you're in combat. With that being said, I do really like the concept. I love the idea. Yeah, the idea is sick. I don't know how far it's going to go. Rise from defeat a single time would be kind of cool. There's some weapons here that look kind of cool. Increases equipment item slots. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I'll grab one of them. Ditch them. And, yeah. Now it's blue. Oh. Yeah, now it's blue. Alright. Like, I love the idea. Like, I think that executed correctly, a lot of games could, in theory, do like a very cool, like hero concept, you know? As far as like popular builds and stuff. And I think that they could go wild with the heroes. I'm going to call them heroes from here, but I think they could go wild with heroes. I think that you could have, you know, 15 different characters very easily without putting too much effort into the thought of the difference of them. And then beyond that, you know, you might have some really like out there builds. That, and they haven't really added much as far as like the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC is concerned either. So, like, they do have it. And it is there because I know that the hippopotamus is one of the random bosses that you can come up against. But as to whether or not they will add a whole bunch of other stuff, that's another thing that's sort of like, it feels like it's a bit up in the air. Is like, well, they could. And I hope they do. But who knows? But as the rain... Ooh, I need you. Come here. So they drop talismans, which is always nice as well. I don't know if the wall's just chilling up there at the moment or what. Stab. Broken. Hello, next guy. You should follow me. Oh. The rains are closing in. I don't have long left. And stab. Melania is a random boss would scare the hearts of everyone. Yeah, exactly. That's like... There's a lot of stuff like that that is sort of... Like, they could add so many bosses and so much cool stuff without having to put, like, a crazy amount of effort into things. Get away. The rains are coming. You know what? Don't worry about it. Oh shit, that's very close. Okay. That's cool. Time to leave, even though I almost beat that. Not really much for me to climb up on that he was near. I have to kite him around for a little bit. Oh. Hello, bat. Ah, poison. Get out of here. I'm going this way anyway. Where is it? Was it right here? I have no idea what I'm fighting, and I probably won't be getting past it, but... yeah, whatever it is I'm fighting it here. Boost that rune acquisition. Oh, hey. I know what it's going to be. Ow. Oh, you prick. No healing. Healing's cheating. One. Okay. Oh, not what I expected, actually. You have that. Ow. Ow. Not the drill, not the drill. Ow. Okay. Okay. What was that even? Well, there was an uppercut. I was supposed to do an uppercut there. Fuck. Ooh, that was my save from death thing. That's gone now. This character gets to avoid death once. I wonder if I've got a bow. Do I still have a bow on me that I can blink at him with? I do. Just want to get the chance to use it, hey? Okay, that was a little something. Good luck, yeah, pretty much. Oh, I'm way too close for this. That's it. Game over. Rezzed once. Because I had the thing. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that's the longest animation because it's like such a heavy bow. Have no heals left either. That's such a shitty move. He's not even moving quickly. Hey, he's figured it out. He's figured it out. We did it. We did it really cheesily, but we did it. Oh, I didn't think I'd do that. Crits restore HP, guard counters trigger holy burst, successive attacks restore FP. I'm not really guard countering, so I guess crits restore HP is probably handiest for us. And we get to level 7 straight away. Okay. And now it is day 2. Now where are we and where do we want to go? Probably want to go over here to this church, right? So if we go to a church, we will get an extra Estus. Or what are they called in this? Flask of good tears or something? Flask of sacred tears? I can't remember. Estus. We call it Estus. Day 2, Don Majora's Mask. Yeah, the dawn of the second day. Dum dum. Added a charge to the flask. Now what I also might go and do is head back up to this little camp up here. Is it this one? Is this where it was? Nope, that's a fort. Where was it? Was it this? That feels like it's a wire away. If I head up here, I can finish off, because they keep the same health between days too. So, wherever it was that I was, we should be able to finish off that last chariot thing, flame chariot, and then get a bunch of XP from it. And because it's a enemy with a boss bar, I guaranteed one of those drops that's like, do you want this perk, this weapon, or what? Yeah, shop. Pretty sure this is the same place, isn't it? Ah, this isn't. This is a different spot. 100% a different spot. Where the fuck was I then? Oh, it was up here, wasn't it? Okay. A lot of people will be like, oh my god, you're wasting so much time just running between places. Yeah, I know. No. I'm not fighting the Leonine. not happening. And if he follows me, I'm going to be sad. Sometimes they'll follow you. Sometimes certain bosses are just like, no, you're not disengaging from me. We are betrothed. Where is? There he is. Hey, you fuck pickle, come here. Come here, come on. Don't aim up at me. Ah! No, I was standing on that. Oh. You need to cut the shit. I keep forgetting to run. There we go. Stab, stab. Exploded. Alright. Enemy felled. Then we get one of these. Inseparable sword. Has Bloodhound Step, less likely to be targeted. Venomous Fang, improved critical hits, but it's a big old hammer. Or increase maximum stamina. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, and... so these guys are like world bosses. I'm just going to drop off here so I don't get exploded. These guys are like world bosses, and it tells you specifically who has what and where. And like where you can find different things, and you know, like this shopkeeper specifically does bows and stuff, and this shopkeeper has like staves and he's got a map. Or it's like this location does anyway. There's a shopkeeper there. And it tells you just sort of around as what different things are in different locations. As far as like helpful stuff is concerned. As well as that, there's that's Spirit Springs. There's these, which are taxi service, basically. It'll take you to different locations. And then these are mines. The mines you can go in there and you can drop upgrade materials. So you can upgrade your weapons and gear and whatever. Whoa. Is that a giant? That's cool. That's like a Dark Souls 2 reference of the giants walking in. That's sick. I want to get up higher. Because there's so many things that you wouldn't necessarily notice. Oh yeah, they're everywhere. That's so cool. The giants in Dark Souls 2 were, I think, a really cool thematic part of it. What's up here? Oh, we got some fire. Some fire cultist guys, whatever they're called. Can't remember what they are. Fire zealots. Ah! Cult of the Thorn. I don't know. I can't remember what they're called. Hello. Just that one. Come here. Ow. Rude. And then because this is a fire camp, we should have access to some fire stuff. Improved damage negation at full HP. Improved charge attacks. Collectibles. Improved range weapon attacks. Maybe this wasn't one of the... Oh! Oh, the fire's coming very quickly. Okay, it's time to go. Oh yeah, that camp's pretty much gone already. See, now I'm on a multiplayer run. I'm usually like, well, so far the 4 runs that I've had that have been multiplayer runs, I've been like anywhere between level 7 and level 9 by the 3rd thing anyway. So it's kind of like... I'm not losing out on too much, you know? Just by playing solo, because everything's rebalanced to be solo. And if you take a few swings at a few people on the way through... Ow. Why did I drop? Ow. Prick. Ow. Go down, Soldier of Godric. Prick. So the grapple, instead of pulling him over to me, it'll break his shield, you know? A lot of different ways that you can use all the different abilities. There's a castle in the middle of the map. It'll have different enemies in it, depending. The forts will have different stuff. The castle will have different stuff. It's all variant, but you can get to know the map, so you can know where, like, you want to go to try and find certain things. Yeah, check that out. That looks sick. That looks so cool. I love that. That looks mad. What are you doing? What is that? Stamp, upward cut. Oh, okay. Play how you want, especially solo. It doesn't matter what other people think. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. It's just more of like what is effective as opposed to, you know, it's not necessarily like, oh, you should play this game like this. It's like, well, uh-oh. Are these guys? They throw pots. When the castle's full of those guys, you have a bad time. They also throw them outside of the castle. Once they see you, they've seen you, and they keep throwing it until you're out of range. This is normal church? Or is this a big church? This is a normal church, isn't it? Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you. Didn't even realize this was here. That is the edge of the fire. Okay. I love that, like, the giants are marching. Or the smoke of the giants are marching. That looks so cool. Ah! Just trying to look at the scenery. And, like, what's that? What's that big tower off in the distance? Like, that's way off the map. It's like way out here somewhere. What is that? Do we know what that is? Is that a thing that we should recognize? Because I'm not sure what that is. Bless you, Albatross. But yeah, there's so many of these giants, and they're slowly becoming more and more, like, corporeal. Less of just mist and more, like, actual physical entities. Which I think is wicked. Like, having the map slowly overrun by these guys is so cool. And, like I said, playing the 4 or so runs of multiplayer that I have so far, I never noticed them before. Not once. Because it's so hectically like, where are we going? Who are we running to? Okay, let's go to this place. Oh, let's run over there. Okay, everyone's running. Oh, our third guy that we've match made with, he's decided to go that way. Okay, I guess we'll follow him. Like, it's very chaotic. Whereas single player, I get a bit more of a chance to, you know, have a bit of a run around. Do a bit of looking. See some stuff. I don't have the best opportunities to get all the best stuff, mind you. But, you know, ah! Get out of here. I'm looking at things. Hey! Okay, I need to run because this is now going to be closing. So that sound is how you know that the fire is about to start really closing in. You can see it slowly moving here, which makes you think it's really moving quick on the other side. Oh yeah, look at it. Coming over the hills. What's that noise? Oh, it's a guy. Just pouring over the hills there. Oh, closed in that whole town now. One good upside is that there's no fall damage anymore. Which is pretty nice. There's a site of grace, but it's outside. Kinda don't want to mess with it. Ooh. It's not going to him either. That's probably a bad plan. I'll do that one. But also doesn't matter. It also doesn't matter whether you're good with the weapons that you have, because all the passives, and I did mention this in the beginning, all the passives that they've got, like the perks they've got, are still active. I don't know what I'm going to be fighting here, but this is very, this is the spot straight out of Limgrave with the dragon and all the dudes that are here and they come landing down. I got stood on here. I got squished. I was stepped on by a dragon. Oh, something is in front of me. Not healing him, are ya? Ah. Bad perfumer. Naughty. Go away. Oh, you're gonna be a problem. Or not. Never mind. Got a little bit of healing with a crit. Alright, who are we fighting? What are we fighting? What's going on? Oh god. Okay, cool. Tree Sentinel and friends. That's fun. I don't know where the other two are. Oh. Ah. That grapple at the last second, holy shit. What are these guys doing? Okay, Cavalrymen, settle down. Oh, that hurt. Yep, okay. Don't move faster towards a charging pikeman. Is he healing his boys? Is that what's going on? okay. I turned around just in time. I don't know where to do the really good crit for him when he staggered. In the horse's butt. Nope. Oh. Oh, okay. Forgot about those guys. I think that's the one reason that you would want to do that. Okay. Settle down. Ow. Yes. One down. Come on, fella. Oh, I fucked him up. No. No horse for you. Okay, I'll let you back on your horse. Go away. Ah, psych, come back here. Flame of Frenzy while walking. Yellow Flame of Frenzy to violently burst while walking. Evasive maneuvers, strikes surroundings with lightning, or boost physical damage negation. Let's do that. Physical damage negation will probably come in handy. I'm amazed that I've gotten past the second boss, the second day, at all. Like, this shouldn't be happening. I'm amazing. No, I don't think so. I think this just sort of like shows, and again, I don't know what the patch was today. I haven't looked at the patch notes. I literally booted this up to stream and it was like, you have a 2 GB update or whatever it was. I was like, oh, okay. But level 10, that's alright. But yeah, I don't really know. I know red, something in blue, but it doesn't really matter because they're all the same. I guess I'll upgrade the bow. So does that need to be... yeah, it does. HP restoration upon attacks, yeah. Nothing else has to be in my hand though. And I think I'm out of runes, am I? Yes. But yeah, considering I'm playing solo, and considering I normally play as a mage, like, this can be done solo. This is soloable. Like, it's probably going to be tough. But, I mean, if it was easy, would it be a FromSoft game? But, like, it's interesting too, like, where are we? Is this the tower that was off in the distance? No, this is like an Erd tree. And then you look off in the distance over there and you're like, what is that? Like, we're kind of in like a netherverse type of thing. Push, 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 push. It's funny, normally this little cutscene, it takes all three of you to push the doors open. The door is very similar to the Flame of Frenzy door, the three fingers or whatever they are. They don't have really anything that does holy damage. Rejection, I guess. About it. But this is where we're going to fight our first boss and probably rapidly die to them. But we will give it our all. And see how we go. Here it is. Cerberus. Ow. That hurt. Uh-oh. Move. Oh. Ow. Hurts when it gets dragged back in as well. Uh-oh. I should stop grappling into that. Learn your lesson, mate. Ow. Cut it out. Oh my god. Ow. Oh, dude. That's a grab. Staggered him. Oh, right in the face. Oh, he's doing his thing. Okay, now it's going to be really painful. Ow. Ow. Cut it out. Oh. I'm down, but I've got the thing that makes it so that I should revive once. Yeah. For all the good that's going to do. Ooh, immediately. I'm going to get washing machine by these guys. Okay, he's going to be one dog now at least. Ow. Oh, I'm down. We should get up one more time. Yes. Oh, he's going to split again. Oh, I'm just getting fucking destroyed. Fuck off. And that's it. That's all she wrote. But considering that is my first like solo run where I've actually tried a little bit, and considering how much we've just stood around and didn't do anything, and we're looking at the scenery, I'd say that that's pretty not bad. I would say that that's pretty not bad. Now, something interesting too. They have this, right, which you watch your footsteps. And it goes right from the beginning, and it shows where you ran, what you got, what was happening at the time. And you go through like the different sections of it. So if I go all the way back to here, right? I was fighting the oracles. I fought the oracles in the church. Right. It's at 2x speed at the moment. Well, obviously the playback is 2x speed. And then you can see the ring, and the ring closes, and I was too busy being like, oh, look, stuff. And then I panicked and ran. Came into this sort of smaller circle. And then that was like the afternoon, because the ring closes and it's afternoon. Went around and looked at some stuff and fought some things and fought 2 of those guys in there. And then the ring started to close again. And it shows the spot where I fought the boss. And then that's where we fought the swordy dude that we bowed to death. Right, and I like that it does this. I like that it shows you, like, where on the map you were and what you did and retraces your steps and stuff. I really, really like that. You know, it shows we obviously ran in circles and fought him for a fair bit. And then it was day 2. You know, then we cruised around and did a bunch of other stuff, you know? We were looking at the scenery there, and that's when everything started to close in on us. We panicked a bit, ran away. That was the castle with the trolls throwing the urns. Got another upgrade. And then we were here, sort of standing around looking at the giants again. Fought some madness dudes, and then we had to make our way down to the fight where we fought the tree sentinel and the cavalry that were there. It is nice that the cavalry tend to like piss off. As long as you're not fighting them, they're kind of not dealing with you. They're just like, yeah, we'll come over if we get called, sort of thing. And like obviously the tree sentinel is also rebalanced for this. Like that's not. And then we were in the boss fight. We went over there because it was the start of day 3. And then that was when we got destroyed. We were just in the arena the whole time. But yeah, that's the long and short of it. That's sort of the run. That's what happens. And then at the end of the run, you'll get these. I got some decent stuff by the looks of it. Increased rune acquisition for self and allies. That's pretty good. That's really good. It's a shame that this is not my main profile. I suppose I could make it my main profile, but the fact that I called my character some guy, I'm kind of anyway. Holy Grease in possession at the start of expedition, which is pretty sick. Or you can equip this. Starting armament deals holy damage. That's awesome. Endurance 1. Dutchess, improved character skill attack power. So that's specifically good for for Dutchess, but it also has slowly restore HP for self and nearby allies when HP is low. FP restoration upon halberd attacks. Restored stamina recovery for nearby allies, but not for self. Small pouch in possession at start of expedition, which is also really good. That's a really good rune. Or not rune. Scene. Stone. Gem. Whatever. And then a bunch of merc. So lots of good stuff. Relic rights. Conduct a relic rite to evoke the power of an obtained relic. Relics in rites are not consumed and can be repeatedly used in later relic rites. The relic rite menu can be accessed directly from the Roundtable Hold menu. Partial remembrances. Memory fragments evoke recollections of the past and allow them to be relived. Select partial remembrances from the journal to relive past memories in the realm of remembrance. Now. We have all these other characters. Now, I've got red here. We could do starting armament deals holy damage, which will very much help with... Like, if that run that we just had, if we had holy damage on our sword, it would have dealt more damage to that final boss. So we got him down by like a third, I guess. It would have dealt... Maybe we would have got him down to a half. I don't know. And apparently you can stun certain enemies that are weak to different elements and affect different moves and whatever else as well, which is also pretty cool. Raise stamina recovery for allies but not for self, and you get a small pouch, or increased rune acquisition for self and allies, and you get holy grease at the start. That's pretty great too. The blue one here, we've got slowly restore HP for self and allies when HP is low. That was pretty meh. But that's what we've got. And you had to put a blue one in that slot, obviously.
What is it? I will do my utmost to aid you.
See, now we've got a lot more stuff. So about that, Night Lord?
The Night Lord takes the form of a three-headed beast. Brave Nightfarers, travel to the distant land of Limveld. There, in the dead of the third night, this Dreadlord will await you. How can I help? When you first awoke, I did not believe you had any recollection of this round table, but we have fought together countless times. Do not be afraid. Remember well that above all else, we are allies. It is good to have you once again. What is it?
Bear seek lest.
Did you encounter the beast? That is our quarry. How did we allow so much time to slip by?
Right, and you can see the characters move, because the bird dude's not standing here anymore. They move around, and depending on where you find them and what they're doing, they'll have different conversations. Be like these two are here just chilling in the library, just reading books. As you do. And there's a little pot man down the back with his blackboard, and he's awesome, and I love him. Because he's like, hey, I'm a pot man. I'm like, hello, pot man. Here we can buy a couple of these, and then there's this one, which is a scene that hasn't been polished, so you don't know what it could be, right? So I could do this, buy one of them, and it gives me a green one. Polished Tranquil Stone. Dagger Chain reprises event upon nearby enemies. Cool. An improved claw attack power. Go again. Red one. Crystal Darts in the possession at the start of the expedition, and changes compatible armament skill to Storm Stomp at the start of the expedition, which is really, really cool. Fairer seek lest. Exactly. Except in this, it's Fairer seek lest. See, now he's just chilling, because he's changed his thing. He's just like, oh, okay. I'm just chilling. He draws little things to, like, show his mood, because he doesn't talk. Fairer seek lest. No, close enough. Spelling's close enough, but yes. Fairer seek lest. Because you're Nightfarers. Check the progress of each character's journey using the journal. The fatigue of constant warring has robbed the Nightfarers of selected memories. Reclaim lost memory fragments to restore past experiences to their journals. Persistence in battle will yield memory fragments, but at times one might require the help of someone at Roundtable Hold. Okay, so now we have a second page for them. So the Wilder departed from his faraway home, braving the sea of fog to reach Limveld. A Nightfarer's forays wither the soul and cloud recollection, causing one night to bleed into the next. But of one thing he remained certain, that he must track down the Night Lord and bury it. There was no choice. He repeated the words to himself, all the while clenching a precious object in his hand, a solitary earring, its counterpart lost. In a corner of the Roundtable Hold, light shines in through the ceiling of a dimly lit room. There stood the Wilder, holding the solitary earring up to the light, casting a pattern on the wall that he could not comprehend. The Wilder was sure that in some word, or perhaps a phrase... What? He was sure that it was some word or perhaps a phrase, but he could not recall it. Where had he misplaced the earring? If only he had the counterpart, surely the meaning could be divined. And there's more chapters as you go on, and you will actually unlock. Some of them will have like a little option at the bottom that goes replay remembrance, and then you have like a specific mission for that character. So all the characters have single page, and as you take them out on runs and do different things with them, then you can unlock journal pages and things with that. But they all have very different different builds, different experiences, and whatever else. Jack Seek Last, yep, that too. That too. This is like the dimly lit room, the sun shining in. And the other earring. So I'm guessing his next page will be like, he has an idea of where he left the earring. Go to this place, and then you might have to take him out on a run and go to a specific location and find the earring. And then other times it might be that you go to, you have like a flashback memory here where you might have to fight someone, or you might have a conversation with someone or whatever, you know? But it's pretty cool. Like it is not single player Elden Ring, travel across the land and go on a grand adventure. It is clearly something else. But I think on its own, if you enjoy the gameplay of Elden Ring, like the actual combat of Elden Ring, I like it so far. I'm gonna have a muck around with it. And there's plenty more secrets and things, and as you can see these. A little writing on the ground. But yeah, there's many adventures and stories to be told and to be had. I don't think it's going to be something that I like stream a full playthrough of or anything crazy. Because I think there would be a lot of, oh, we died to the first boss, that's disappointing. Whatever. But I'll probably have a little bit of a run around here and there, or maybe we'll jump in and have some matches every now and then or whatever. There is one other thing that I want to do before I have another run though, and that is I'm gonna quit save game, quit the title menu. Because I had an item drop. Retrieving calibrations. Yes, yes, yes. So we have this, which I intentionally was going to be like, that's my main profile, but like, I don't even think I'll necessarily miss anything from this one because I've only played for technically like 3 more hours, but I don't think I've really accomplished anything from that time. And you can see here, I've got a lot more of these. Oops, wrong one. This one? Yeah. I got a lot more of these, right? A lot more sort of options and things that you can mix and match. But I also found this that dropped just at the end of a run, called the old pocket watch. And it's got the diamond on it, which I thought meant it was new, but it doesn't. It doesn't go away. And I checked it, and it was a quest item. Right? Now, it being a quest item, what could that mean? Well, you have to... I don't know why this chair is perpetually broken, by the way. Very weird. Only in this save file, though. But, I thought we would have a conversation about this old pocket watch real quick.
Is that... I'm sorry, but that's the timepiece I misplaced. Could I trouble you to have it back? Thank you. I've had quite enough of all the ceremony. Now I'm ready to get my hands dirty. We'll slay this Night Lord yet.
New character, the Dutchess. The Dutchess has joined the warriors of the Round Table. Choose her to depart on expeditions like any other player character. The Dutchess is a highly agile character who can dodge rapidly in succession and carry out other quick moves.
We must prepare for the next battle. What is it? You can tell me. Was a dreadful creature. What is it? If you ever find yourself at your wit's end, just remember, the sun will rise again. The wheel does not cease to turn.
She's very cool. I like her. That's the Dutchess. So, you do have other characters that you unlock as time goes on. You can see that she's here now. Instead of 6, now we got 7. I think there's 8 or 9. I'm not sure the exact number. There are more to unlock in different ways. You know, it might be that you have to find them in the world, or like with the Dutchess, you find an item or things like that. And I really feel like if they're going to be adding more stuff to this game as time goes on, and I don't want to have the comparison in the sense of the gameplay, obviously, but the way that something like Apex Legends adds more heroes over time. You know, every 2 or 3 months they'll add somebody new and they'll have a different sort of playstyle and different things that they're good or bad at and abilities and whatever else. Very, very similar setup here. Very, very similar setup. And I wouldn't be surprised if this game goes well, which being a game that is priced, it's priced pretty decently. It's not like a full price game, but the way that it is and the fact that a lot of people already are like, oh, Elden Ring hard. And a lot of people that like Elden Ring are like, multiplayer bad. Like, I have a feeling it's not going to be a hugely, hugely successful game. But I would like it to be, because I want to see where it goes. It has a lot of potential. And if it does go far, I can see there being a lot of heroes that you can play as. And a lot of different bosses to be added. Also, this is the Sekiro-like character. They have the cursed blade. Right. Alright, and they can do this. Which I think is amazing and is really helpful to clear out a lot of little ads or to tank in a boss fight, because you get such a massive health bar. It's very, very cool. But that's what I sort of have been mucking around with a little bit. And yeah, lots of very cool characters. Partial remembrances. Memory fragments evoke recollections of the past and allow them to be relived. Like partial remembrances from the journal to relive past memories from the realm of remembrance. So I wonder. Dutchess, page 1. Yeah, see, that's interesting. So even though I've gotten to the last boss fight before on this playthrough, like with this profile, whatever, I don't have any page 2 for anyone. And yet I did that one run as Wilder on solo before, and I got his second page. So I'm not sure what triggers the unlocks of those. Maybe it's time spent playing specific characters, but in that case I should have the executors page 2 at least. But I don't know. I truly do not know. I do not know. Magnificent poise, consecutive double step. Oh, look at it! Look at the dodge. You'd be like, I like a dodge. I like it. So it's taking the damage again. That's what that restage move is. And I am invisible. Actually, you could do backflips. It's not even a backflip. It's a no-handed cartwheel backflip. What do they call them? Baranis? Is it Barani? I can't remember. Anyway, she's very quick. All the characters have different moves, different speeds that they move around. If I change to the flyboy here, obviously he's not here anymore for me to talk to myself, but he can do stuff. He's got one real busted wing. That's why he can't just straight up fly, which is a pretty good explanation. That he can't fly around because his wing's just there. It's just fucked. But he can do like your classic whirlwind stuff, or he can do a charged up version, or he does a bigger one, or he could do this. And it revives people. So if your allies get down, you can revive them with this very quickly. And you can hold it and have an area where they're effectively invulnerable. Like, I don't think they're necessarily like 100% invulnerable. I haven't tested it, mind you. But I think they're just pretty close. Like, they're practically unkillable. Iron Eye is your archer. He's very good with bows. He does a lot of cool stuff with bows and things. Bows. Equip a bow to fire arrows. Arrow stock is unlimited. Wielding a bow with both hands enables precision aiming. Great bows, crossbows, and ballistas are handled identically to bows. While holding a bow with both hands. Precision aiming and stuff. Alright, so he gets more items for foes for him and his teammates. But then he also has marking, which is like a dagger thing. You can be like, oops, I fucked that up. Do this, right? Which means they take more damage. You can break it and it'll stagger them and do big damage. So it's kind of like almost like a on-demand bleed. And then you can also do this, which is a huge like area damage. So you can damage everything in his own. Over here you can select different weapons, so if I wanted to, I could go to bows and I could be like, this one. Radan's great bow. And there are plenty of boss weapons right down the road. This isn't even like a charged shot either. But he's also got like a multi-shot. You can just charge up and fire. It does like a shotgun blast of damage. Waiting until they get closer obviously helps with that. But you can see here, he's taking 214 damage, right? But if I do this, which you can also do this way. Wait, hold on. No, that didn't work. It's a two-step thing anyway. You can be like, why am I not doing this? Yeah, 214 damage. But if I do that first, it's 428 damage. So it doubles it. Granted, that's because it's also breaking the thing at the same time, but still, that's dependent on how much it is. You can test out your different enchantments, and you can change different things and test them all out. You can do all of your sorceries, incantations, consumables, you name it. It is all here for you to test the damage combinations of, and whatever else. There's a few other characters. We got this guy. This is the Raider. This is who I played as on my very first run, my proper very first run. And he can do this, which is a huge amount of damage and knocks people down. It's very horror-loo. And he can also do this. Which is a good place for like the archery dude to hang out on, and whatever else. But he is very tanky and deals a decent chunk of damage. And depending on the weapons you get, you can be pretty wild. Pretty wild. And last but not least, at least for the ones that I've got unlocked, this is the Recluse. She is your traditional mage, except not really traditional. She has... her abilities are Magic Cocktail. Right. So she'll target an enemy and then they get like that swirly thing around their mark. When you look at them. That one doesn't. This one does. And she can do that and regain FP. Right? Regain some FP. Granted, this is in like the training area, so my FP should come back pretty quick anyway, but do that, and then down the bottom there you can see that that's different stuff. Now that I've got 3, I can do this, and it'll summon a little thing. Right? Right. And if you get a combination of different things, it will do different spells. So like, that was just magic damage, but if I have like something that deals fire damage as well, I can combine things. That's why it's a magic cocktail. So you have 3 different ingredients that you can mix together, and they all do different spells. So 2 of one and 1 of another does a different spell, and then like 1 of each different thing. So you might have like a fire effect, a bit of magic, and a bit of lightning damage. You can combine those 3 and they'll do different things as well. And then her ulti does this. It hits everybody with a mark, and then hitting them will regain FP and health on damage. Which is pretty cool. Let's see real quick if we have one of them. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do this one. I'll turn off the guide real quick. That's annoying me. So, I'll get the magic bit in. And then I can do this. Right, that's a bit of holy damage. I can then tap that in. You can see down the bottom, there's like the 3 little orbs around the one orb. There's a magic one, there's a holy one. And then I can do this. Oop, a bit closer. Now it's fire damage. I can suck that in, so now I've got 3 separate ones. And you can see the spell picture in the middle has also changed. Now I'll do this. damages enemies, and it heals allies. There is such a huge combination of things depending on your different elements. Very, very cool. Like, even if I was to do, let's say I do fire. Let's say I do 2 fire. And then I do magic. Alright, it's different again. And now it does this. And it's like a magic fireball that follows him around and deals damage. Alright, let's say I do that. Do holy. So 2 holy and 1 of them. And that's like a buff. So in this area, it's like a healing and damage negation buff. Right. So it does a lot of different things depending on your combination of spells that you use. So if you need a specific one of those third spells, just cast specifics of the other ones and it will combine the elements. You can see I've still got the buff on me now. But it is a very, very cool character because of the versatility of it. If you have 2 different things that cast different spells, 1 in each hand, you can do some pretty crazy stuff. Now, that's kind of the long and short of it. That's like your, I don't know. We did a run. We got to the boss, surprisingly. We've checked out the characters. We've watched some cutscenes and things. That's kind of the run, the primer for it. But yeah, that's Nightreign. That's my first impressions of it. That's a bit of a description of what's going on. There's so much more to this game. The map changes at certain points. There's multiple bosses. There's so many random events that can happen. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And the past 2 hours has just been scratching the surface. We will probably do some more of this. The next episode will probably be just me faffing around and doing some runs or something. But Vodlings, if you've been enjoying this one, thank you for being here. This will probably go in the arcade playlist for now. So if it's in its own playlist, you know that there's more episodes on the way, but for now it's probably in the arcade playlist, which is a separate one. It has a whole bunch of different games that we've done 1 or 2 episodes of. If you're watching this tomorrow, 10 years from now, long after I'm gone, I hope that this game survived and thrived. I don't think it necessarily will. I don't think it's going to fail, but it's not going to thrive to the extent that I hope it does. Anyway, I hope you've had an awesome day, and I hope you have a better tomorrow. See you next time. Bye.